Hey guys, and welcome back to Morgs Menu. So today I'm going to be sharing with you two new recipes. This can either be used for meal prep or just a quick and easy dinner. I filmed this a couple months ago, but I want to share it with you now because a lot of the ingredients that go in these are things that you've probably been stocked up on, like rice, beans, and frozen vegetables. So I figured this would be a good time to share some easy recipes. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, we're gonna take a look at HoneyLemon chicken and green beans. So for the chicken and its marinade, you're just gonna wanna take some either thin sliced chicken breast, chicken tenderloins, whatever you wanna use, some coconut aminos, apple cider vinegar, and salt and pepper. Then you wanna go ahead and create that marinade, and you're just gonna take a couple tablespoons each of the coconut aminos and apple cider vinegar. The exact ingredients will be listed in the description box down below. I also want to add just some salt and pepper to taste to the marinade, and then mix everything together with your tongs or whisk. Then you're just going to take that chicken and add it directly into the marinade and throw it in your fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes. Here are the remaining ingredients that you'll need. So you'll just want some jasmine rice, frozen green beans, lemon juice, chicken broth, honey, some minced garlic, ginger, red pepper flakes, and some flour. So first step is just to go ahead and start preparing your rice. So as I've mentioned before, I like to cook my rice in chicken broth or any kind of broth, but because we're using chicken for this dish, I just added in the same amount of chicken broth that I would water and got that started. Once your chicken has marinated, you want to go ahead and throw that at a pan at medium heat with a little bit of olive oil. Because these are thin sliced chicken breasts, they only take a couple minutes to cook on each side, so just make sure you change the amount of time that you'll need depending on the thickness of the chicken. So you just want to saute these or grill them or cook them however you'd like until they're fully cooked through. So I cooked these 3 here, and then once they were done, I had 2 remaining that had to cook, so I just cooked those the exact same way. While the chicken's cooking, you can also prep up your green beans. So this was just a seamables bag that took about 5 minutes to go ahead and cook up. You could also use canned green beans if you prefer. Next up, we're just gonna go ahead and chop up the chicken into bite-sized pieces after it has already been cooked. So now we're going to work on the sauce that's going to go in with the green beans and chicken all together to serve over the rice. So for this, you're just going to add in some chicken broth, minced garlic, honey, lemon juice, flour, and the remaining spices. Again, all the exact ingredients will be in the description box down below. Once you've completely whisked together all the ingredients so that they're nice and combined in the sauce, go ahead and add it to a pan at medium heat and add in a little bit of salt and pepper. You now just want to let this simmer at a low boil until it gets nice and thick. If you find that it's been on there for a couple of minutes and it hasn't started to thicken up, you can add cornstarch if needed. However, if you just give it some time, it should, with the flour, go ahead and thicken up to a nice thick sauce. Once it's at the consistency you want, go ahead and add back in both the green beans and the chicken. Last step is just to go ahead and get everything assembled. So just put down your rice into your containers or onto your plate, and then top it with the green beans and chicken that has now been coated in the sauce. And here is the final product. This turned out so good. It was a great combo of kind of sweet, tart, and spicy. I'll list the calories and nutrition information here as well. So next up is our fajita sheet pan bake. So the ingredients for this can vary, which makes it a really easy meal to kind of cater to what you're able to find right now. But you basically want to start with whatever protein you want. So we had this Angus beef chopped steak that we'll use, but again, chicken, shrimp, anything you'd want will work. We also want some bell peppers and onions, as well as some mushrooms or whatever other vegetables that you'd like. For the side, we're going to do some beans and corn. Then you also need some olive oil and some spices. So you can just use a fajita spice pack or a taco spice pack, or you can make your own with onion powder, cumin, chili powder, smoked paprika, salt, and pepper. So really all you have to do here is just go ahead and prep everything up, and then it's all just going to bake in the oven. So we'll start by cleaning and slicing up our bell peppers just into thin strips. We're going to be doing the same kind of thing with the onion, just cutting it into longer strips, similar to the same size that you cut the bell peppers. Now we're going to add in our rinsed off mushrooms into a big bowl so that we can then add in the olive oil and all of the spices. Once you're done, just take some tongs and get everything mixed together so that all the different vegetables are coated nicely with all the seasonings. Then you want to take a pan with some aluminum foil, spray it down with some cooking spray, and then just add all of the vegetables spread out in an even layer on the pan. So then you want to go ahead and get this steak seasoned with the same spices that you used for the vegetables. So I just used the same bowl, tossed in the steak that was already pre-chopped, and with just a little bit of olive oil and the exact same spices that I used to season the vegetables. Again, just mix it all together so that each piece is evenly coated. And add that to a pan as well. Now all you have to do is throw it in the oven and let it bake for about 30 minutes. So first thing we're going to do is just throw down a layer of the vegetables on the bottom of our containers. You could serve this along with rice if you wanted to, but this was plenty filling with all the vegetables that we used without it. Then we'll just take the cooked steak or whatever protein and add that to the top of the roasted vegetables. And as mentioned, the sides on this are super simple, so all you need is just a can of beans and some rice, or really whatever sides that you want to use in this. These sides are really simple because with the frozen corn and the canned beans, all you need is to just microwave it when you're ready to eat it, and that's all the cooking that it needs. And here's the final product of the fajita sheet pan bake. It's really, really good. I'll share the nutritional information, but this is one that you can really tailor to your needs and based on what ingredients that you have. So that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions on either of the recipes, make sure you leave those in comments down below. All the details will be in the description box down below. If you're new here and haven't yet subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I post on Wednesdays and Sundays. Thanks again for watching Morgs Menu, and hope you have a great day. Bye guys.